There are several names around the region that are becoming synonymous with great boxing in Northwest Ohio, perhaps none more than that of Robert Easter Jr., the 2012 alternate in the Olympic Games, currently undefeated, 17-0. Today, we go one-on-one with Mr. Easter Jr. Christina, take it away.
Thanks, Brandon. Christina Aguayo here next to Robert Easter Jr. for this week's edition of Sunday Spotlight. Thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome.
All right, first things first, let's talk about how you prepare for a fight. Walk me through a day and then walk me through the entire week leading up to fight night.
Yeah, usually our training camp is out of town, usually in the DC area in the Headbangers gym. In the mornings we go and get strength and conditioning in, doing running, squats or working on the legs or working on the arms. And then after that, we'll get some rest. And later on, train later on in that day, probably around 4 or 5. That's when we work on boxing in the gym. And train for techniques that we're supposed to use during the fight.
I know you talk about the gym, and there are a lot of fighters who you are close with in your training gym. Can you tell me how important that is for you to have a family of support there?
Oh, that's real important. The guys you see me with is like family. So, usually they're on the same thing I'm on, that's boxing. So I surround myself with people that's doing the same thing, close to the same thing, and they're on the same page as me, so I don't get distracted from doing other things, And my father is one of my closest, friends and family and father I have on my team, so that's a real good thing to have.
What are some of the things that he's taught you?
He's taught me a lot of things other than boxing. He taught me, basically how to be a man, growing up, taking care of your responsibilities and being dedicated to what I love to do.
And what you love to do is boxing.
Oh, yeah.
And very good at it as well. Tell me what you think the best aspect of your boxing game is.
I would say my height and my length, my reach, and my power. And my boxing skills as well, my IQ in boxing. I would say it's growing every fight.
What are some of the emotions you feel when you step into the ring?
I'm usually excited. I'm rarely nervous, but get nervous. But when I step in the ring, I just feel the crowd and hear the crowd. It's just exciting. It's exciting for me because it's something I love to do and been dreaming of doing since I was younger, fighting in front of a full crowd of fans,
You talk about your training regimen, which it's pretty tough. Tell me what keeps you motivated, on those days you don't want to work or those days that you're tired or sore, what keeps you going?
I would say the dream I had since I was a little kid, that's what keeps me going, and being able to be put in a position to help my family and help others around me, that's what keeps me going.
So you say that you've had this dream since you were little. Where did it come from? Who did you see? What introduced you to this?
My dad. My dad was a fighter, and my grandpa, he taught my uncles, my auntie, and my dad as well. So I was born into a boxing family. A few months out of my mother, I was wearing a pair of boxing gloves.
Wow. And so did you watch tape of your dad, or did he just show you, or how did that work?
Always. I watched tape. I was at the fights, out at the gym every day with him, so it was natural growing up.
Came easy for you.
It was like a second language.
All right, tell me some of the things that you took from his fighting style and turned into yours.
I would say slickness, just boxing, being able to box good, because my grandpa passed that down to him. He passed that down to me.
So it's in the genes.
Oh, it's in the genes.
Your path to boxing happened the minute you were born.
Oh, yeah.
Walk me through some of the days when you were a kid. Was it playgrounds outside, or was it, always boxing rings with your dad?
No, he let me be a kid, but once I got older, I took the sport serious. I stopped all the other sports and really focused in on boxing.
What are some of the things that you admire about your father the most?
Oh man, so much. you know, because like I said, man, my dad, he means everything to me. You know, he's been there since I was, you know, little. So everything, I looked up to everything he did.
And what was that like? Because he's training you, right? And at the same time, he's dad at home. So what was that dynamic like? Were you know, was he still coach at home, or was he dad in the ring? How did that work?
Yeah, sometimes, but he knew when to turn it on and turn it off, you know, because sometimes we would butt heads because I'm like, oh man, I don't want to hear about boxing. I'm at home, I don't want to hear about boxing. But, you know, they were just keeping me on my P's and Q's.
What's the single most important piece of advice that your father has ever given you?
Always remain focused and dedicated to your goal. You know, and don't let nobody steer you away from it.
Tell me some of the biggest challenges you have faced in your boxing career so far.
The only challenge I have is being away from my family for a few months, you know, preparing for the fight. And every time you step in the ring, it's a big risk. You know, you're putting your life on the line every time. You know, so, but you know, that's what we prepare for every day in the gym. You know, we get ready for stuff like that.
What's the most gratifying part about boxing for you?
I would say winning and gaining fans, and you know, seeing the fans really admire your work and what you do.
What does your future hold? Ultimately, the future.
A lot of championships, a lot of belts, a lot of world titles, you know, and taking care of my family.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for your time. Christina Aguayo here with the one and only Robert Easter Jr. Back to you, Brandon.